Hey, what's going on, y'all? This on a late check-in with y'all real quick. Real quick. I just want to talk about a few things. Namely this. I put up a post in the community section earlier. I want everybody to go out, make sure y'all hit those links in the description box and make sure to support that. That's first of all, I'm always going to promote me, so there's no changing that. Once I give up on myself, then I give up on everything. When you say, when you agree. So, I just want to talk real quick about Casanova. You know what I mean? I think that's of importance to talk about right now, what he's facing and the things that's going around in the rumor mill about Casanova. And I want to speak from a perspective of meeting Casanova, having a sit-in with Casanova, being able to interact with Casanova and hear what he had to say, not only as a rapper, but as a person. And he was a very genuine person, a very good person or whatever. And I'm gonna tell you what that experience was. So at Long Island University in Brooklyn, we had a setup for Power Moves Makers, and we also had a setup for another podcast and something that was introduced, and that was from Tony Dofat. Tony Dofat also brought Casanova through so everybody could hear him. And it wasn't about rapping or anything like that. It was basically a Q&A. And at the end of it, we got to ask Casanova questions and things of that nature, or whatever. And to be quite honest with you, it was one of the most pleasant experiences I'd had in a long time, listening to a rapper speak about his life, not just talk about any old kind of thing. So this was a live interaction that I have with Casanova outside of him, playing music or performing music or whatever have you. You understand? This was with Tony Dofat, former hitmakers. I was just talking to him today because we disagree on political views. But I love you, Tony. You know what I'm saying? You show me love or whatever. I showed up at the door. He was like, "Yo, family, don't even worry about it," because it was invite only. You know what I'm saying? So I just showed up at the door, and he took care of me and made sure I sat next to him and Lorenzo Gotti, all right, which is Irv Gotti's brother. So I was sitting beside him, Lorenzo Gotti, and another gentleman that's part of Murder Inc., all in the same room while Casanova's on stage, if you can imagine this. And this happened not the 5, 6, 10, this happened last year. You know what I'm saying? Around this time last year before all this COVID stuff started. So when I got the information that first came through, I thought it was a hoax at first. What's going on, Robbie Blue? I thought it was a hoax at first. I really thought that people were joking and saying that he was on the run or whatever, because you know how people do. People will jump online and say anything. That's why I'm very careful before I cover a conversation. So I saw that he was running, and then it led up 2 days later to him turning himself in now. And I hadn't spoken about it. I hadn't said nothing about it. Shout out to Brooklyn. You know what I mean? You gotta be real careful what you talk about in Brooklyn and be on point. I run through Brooklyn. You understand what I'm saying? I got people in Brooklyn. I know how Brooklyn get down. Shout out to Sumner. Shout out to Marcy. You know what I mean? Shout out to my man Jerry, Sedge, all y'all over there. Only thing I'm saying to you is this. I'll say the same thing that Doggy Diamond said. How do we know whether or not Casanova is guilty of what they're saying? And let's slow down. Let's slow down, right? Let's slow down. Let's slow it all the way down. First of all, he's being brought up on charges of racketeering. Now, racketeering holds in New York State statute under a form that Rudolph Giuliani put into place, which is basically a RICO Act. All right, it's for small time is at any other proportion of any other measure, but meant to get rid of what they call drug factories and drug gangs in New York City. Giuliani did this. These laws were never amended. Pretty much for the fact of the matter, I don't think it'll be a long time before they are amended. All right. So this is what Giuliani did. The same one who you now know, depending on your age range, as a lawyer for President Trump, was one time the mayor of New York City. Okay. So with that being said, these are old charges that are being brought up against Casanova, and these charges are being brought up against Casanova. But at the same time, right? At the same time, they're from charges before he was a rapper. Now, this ain't the first time that I've seen this. The same thing happened with Bobby Shmurda, if y'all don't know. Them boys were under investigation before they became superstars. You understand what I'm saying? And there's a couple other rappers and artists that had the same texture and things going on with them as well. They were far under investigation before they started. And then when they started popping, that's when everything went down. With this with Casanova, and including in all these accusations, one of the ones that sit out the most is about a 15-year-old boy getting killed. All right, and this was up in Poughkeepsie. Now I don't know how accurate that is, and I don't know, and no one has said directly whether or not Casanova has something to do with that, which I don't think he did. All right, but at the same time, even linking him with that at that time point can be a very damaging statement, a very damaging position for this man. And if all holds to be true, he is facing a substantial amount of time and convicted of this crime. All crimes that were in the past, evidently, you know, or attribulations to local gangs or whatever the case may be, what they want to so forth for them at, you know. Now, the problem is, another one, right now we're under COVID-19, and the judicial system is not working exactly how it usually does, right? With that said, what do we do, right? What do we do? I think if somehow or another possibly they can get Casanova a bail at some time, I think that'll work out for him. I think if he doesn't get that, I think something else is going to go on with him, which is this. He's going to be left in limbo. Now, if he's left in limbo in the judicial system during COVID-19, I think one of the things that's going to happen is he's going to have a strong lawyer. He's going to have someone that can advocate for him to get a bail, which I think is going to be very hard for him. 305 Capricorn, how you doing? Peace. Yeah, I think it's going to be very hard for him to get a bail, and I think it's going to be very hard for him to fight this case from the inside. And I'm suggesting that as soon as you see it, that it gets your attention. Now, I want to say one other thing addressing this whole Casanova thing, right? You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying this as a man that's been around this man in a room, listen to this man talk, tell his stories truthfully, thoroughly, you know what I mean? Not rapping, but talking, all right? So, and like I said, I want to let it be known that I'm in the room with Tony DoFat, and Lorenzo Gotti, which is Irv Gotti's brother, all right? This is facts. I put the pictures up for you. Y'all can go through all that and anything else. This is who I'm in the room with, all right? Now, this is last year around about this time in the filming. Well, this actually wasn't a filming for Power Moves Maker. This is for Tony DoFat's own little series. So, I listen to DJ Akademiks, this pudgy slap star, talk about Casanova from his point of view.
Yeah. Hello, this is DJ Akademiks. And
You chubby chipmunk looking mug. Listen, so I listen to DJ Akademiks. And DJ Akademiks gave his, excuse me y'all, I just had a bug go up my nose. DJ Akademiks, he says in his diatribe, well, you know, it wasn't like Casanova was ever that popping anyway. What you mean it wasn't like Casanova wasn't that popping anyway? You mean because he wouldn't come sit down with you? He wouldn't talk to you? Is that what you mad about, DJ Akademiks? See, this is why your ass ain't gonna be on Everyday Struggle no more. This is why you had to get all the way up out of here. You understand what I'm saying? They had to get y'all. If y'all didn't know, December 17th is the last episode for Everyday Struggle. It's over. It's a wrap. It's done. You know, after 3 years in ringing, that show hasn't been nothing since Joe and Star left. After Joe and Star left, it was never the format for Wayno. Wayno was bigger than that, in my opinion. Joe Budden set the tone because he actually relaxed the gumption of DJ Akademiks, more so to say. So he was a driving force in shutting them down. As for such say with Star. Star did the same thing. So I say this, right? DJ Akademiks, first of all, you got some audacity sitting around here talking about Casanova when you just got fired. I don't even understand why anybody would pay attention to you at this point anymore. You understand what I'm saying? Complexes went out of their way to get rid of you. You understand what I'm saying? After they gave you several warnings beforehand, you know, and you finally just put the nail in the bud when you said something about Christy Teigen. What in the heck would make you think you bigger than John Legend? I don't understand that. Hmm? That's why I was lost there. I was like, this is where somebody is power drunk. And that's what DJ Akademiks is, he's power drunk. I might not get it, but I get it. I get it. The power drunk will make you do and say things that you normally would say, oh, y'all don't know about this right here. The power drunk. See, the power drunk is some innate form of demon that takes hold of you right where you think you at the top. And that same demon, oh, he's going to pick up, he's going to go somewhere else. I will say this. Whatever next vehicle he ends up on, whatever next, and I'm talking about outside his Twitch, I'm talking about outside his YouTube, whatever brand picks him up and takes him into a syndicated show as was with Everyday Struggle, or takes him into something that's likewise similar to that, whatever format picks him up for that is going to be in trouble at this. The story that left behind him in Complex is going to continue to follow him. I believe that. I believe that. Now, in this day and age, there will be people that really don't care. They really don't care, and that's the sad part about it. But if people had any integrity and dignity, they would understand what I mean about DJ Akademiks. And not only that, just the words he said against Casanova, I just wasn't feeling it. Like, you trying to kick a man when he's down or something. And like, this is a repeated behavior I had said before this thing had happened with Casanova. I said, this guy kicks people when they're down, when he did that War in Chirac channel and all that stuff. So I don't want to make this all about DJ Akademiks, but I just wanted to say that I saw that little shot he gave Casanova, and by all means and purposes, Casanova would give you the business if he saw you. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, it's all good. It's all right. You know, I'm not too worried about that at all. Moving on, I wanted to talk about one thing that was that strong with me just a minute ago. And is that, do black and Latin people think the COVID-19 ain't going on? I'm saying for you one more time. Do black people or Latin people think that there's not a pandemic going on? Hey, Devin, everyone in the chat. What's going on, Lanny? Ask, well, how you doing? I'm doing all right. I'm trying to make it to my partner's funeral tomorrow, man. That's really what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? And I got somebody rude in front of me right now, shining their lights in my eyes like they the motherfucking Klan or something. So I want y'all to take a look at that. They've been sitting here for about 5 minutes trying to see what I'm doing. See, it's like the red light. Like the common sense will tell you, yo, you got your lights right in front of my eyes, but this is the type of stuff they do out here. Now the car's parked. You gotta love it out here. That's a little small thing you gotta deal with living out here. These people, they do all kinds of crazy stuff. Black people, Latin people, for some reason or another, act like they don't know COVID-19 is going on. And I don't know for whatever reason they act like they don't know what COVID-19 is, so they don't know what it is. But I'm seeing an abundance of people walk around without carrying masks. I'm seeing an abundance of people walking around without carrying the basic utensils they would need for everyday life. So I would say this, right? What makes you think you're not vulnerable? And what makes you fake? And I've heard a lot of people reiterate those words and they'll say, oh, it's fake. Oh, it's not real. We're too worried about it. And I've seen white people do it too, don't get me wrong. But right now in this country, black and Latin people are the number one priority when it comes to this COVID-19 thing. They're one of the very crowds and the very close that are sitting there right now and destitute in many of the cities across the United States. And in some cases, you've even heard presidential candidates, you've heard senators, you've heard many of people say, I think they should be the first ones to receive the virus. The cure or whatever they want to call it. And I agree. The question is, I want to see some tests done first. This treatment has come out and appeared too fast. And that's one of the main problems I have with it, because I'm thinking anybody that takes this vaccination, inoculation, however you want to put it, is basically virtually a test dummy, you know? And you as a test dummy, we've seen a setback on this. This is all I'm saying. We've seen a setback on this, the Tuscany experiment, many other things, taking these experimental, and I'm not saying that I don't think that if it's proven and it's safe, but we got two different companies making these vaccines right now. We have one company called Moderna, and then we have another one that's freaking Pfizer's, and we know the history of Pfizer's. A lot of people are saying that, and I'm asking myself this, and this is the question why I'm raising this up because I'm saying, a lot of areas are being affected. One, a lot of people want to pretend that their little $12 an hour, working 5 hours a day job is actually making it. Well, I'm here to tell you, you lying to yourself. You understand what I'm saying? And you probably ain't paying rent right now because of the moratoriums. So you're fooling yourself. And when January comes, you're gonna see the reality of things, which is this: once the moratoriums was lifted, and there ain't nothing passed by December 11th, because that's the last time they got to go until next year. All right. So, and we're talking about Congress. So if they don't agree on something by then, by December 11th, then those things all lax in January 1st. Meaning the moratorium for no rent and rent protection and all that stuff or whatever, they're gonna tell you, get on the bus with the rest of them. Get on the bus with the rest of them. Thank you so much, Divalicious. What's going on? That's right, y'all. Cash App, $ STRINGERBELL 80. Let's talk about this. Like I watched Cynthia G the other night because I wanted to catch up on her. I ain't know she was, and I don't make this make sense to y'all. I wanted to see if she was like still the same old evil Cruella she was, and she is, by no doubt about it. But one thing she brought up in her show that I agree with, but she was kind of saying the same thing. She said the black and Latin people act like no COVID-19 is going on. The country's not affected by it. They're acting like, these little scraps of jobs or meaningfully a solution to cure poverty during COVID-19. Y'all better realize the shit is about to get real out here. Y'all think 2020 was bad? What's what the after effects after this vaccine is put out, after this vaccine is circulated or whatever, and everybody feels up to par. Oh, it's going to be back to business as usual 2 times over. Everybody's going to start getting antsy. Everybody's going to want the clubs to open back up, and that right there is when they're going to find it. Y'all mark my words on this. Y'all going to find a mutation of COVID-19 coming up. It always happens. It always happens. Look in the history of any pandemic, any epidemic, you will find the same thing. That somewhere along the line, you find this right here itself, COVID-19, is actually a mutated version of what it originally was back in 2005, which is SARS. I tell you guys before, if you look at it and look it up, the international community calls it SARS-2, SARS-2 COVID-19. They call it SARS-2. Look it up. I'm trying to tell you. If any of y'all old enough to remember SARS when it was here back in 2015, it was the same thing. It was brought by the Chinese. You understand what I'm saying? It was an implementation of the Chinese. And at that time, it was from Chinese milk markets. In China, I don't know if you guys know this, but they just ended it not too long ago. It's the conservation group of China, conservation, whatever, with their industry over there for it. And basically, what they did was they ended this festival that they had been having for eons, where they actually had cats, dogs, and all kinds of other what the world would call fowl to consume in this festival. Now, the first time I got wind of it was when I was watching Vice, right? And on the Vice, this YouTube channel, they have it on there. They should still have it on there. And it is a small little village. You know what I mean? But people came from everywhere and all had their contributions. There was all kinds of different breeds of dogs, from small ones to large ones. Cats were actually the rarity. There was some there, but the majority of it was dog. And they would consume the dog, eat the dog, whatever. And I guess, it has some esoteric, metaphysical type of properties in their mind to it or something like that. But this is what they did. Well, eating this type of, what you would call foul or uncleansed, typically brings a lot of different problems. One of those problems is whatever the dog consumed, you now are part of that whole ecosystem of his body metabolically. So now whatever that dog consumed, you are now suffering or shuffling around in your body and digestive system. Think about that. Now, in the common civilized world, many of us found that disgusting. Right? But this particular group of Chinese, they didn't. Now we've opened up and seen that there's more of these places in Africa, Middle East, and many different places around the world now. They're doing the same consumption. And we're finding out, you know, we were all surprised when they said that what's the name was coming, AIDS was coming from people consuming monkey in Africa. Well, there are actually people that consume monkey in Africa. So that's how you can hide behind something like that. Now they call it bushmeat. Look this up, bushmeat. That's what they call it. And it's several different people in groups in Africa that partake in this. And I'm not saying they're right or they're wrong, but it is. And in partaking in this, what they do is they consume the flesh of monkey, bushmeat, as they call it. This innately contributes to all kinds of diseases following around and passing along, whatever. And it's always been like that. Here in the States, where we are some of the most freest, some of the most, different things, opulent, I would even say. We are stuck in the past. We don't take things serious. And I think, honestly and truthfully, right now is not the time to not to take things serious when it comes to COVID-19, when it comes to the so-called protection of the people. You're going to see something that happens soon. And you're going to see that a lot of people of color are going to be finding a hard time to take care of themselves when they once about 4 or 5 months ago was sitting around bragging, talking about they had it together. These little cars and your little 2004s and 2008s, 2009, that look real cute. And, I see people do it all the time, riding around, trying to look cute, acting like everything's normal. Everything ain't normal. Everything ain't normal. There's people dying not only in the hood, but this in African American culture at a substantial rate because of COVID-19. And I would like to see more people take the effect of it seriously, not only the virus itself, but the economic ramifications that it's had. That so many people are stuck in this, this psychological bubble of, you know what? This is the one time in life I get to act like I'm better than everybody. So I'm going to show my butt, talk crap, and act like I'm above all other and everything like that. But the only thing you got to do is just simply help people. That would make you look like more of a hero to the white people you're trying to impress in many cases than it would look if you doing absolutely nothing. When you walk past your own people or ignore your own people or whatever, a lot of white people take a data list of that and they store it and they look at it and they say, oh, this is somebody who don't even care about their own. So how could they care? How could you care more? One, how could you care more about us than you care about your own? That's one, because we would never do that for you. And then two, why don't you care about your own? And I trundle that back to an earlier post I did, and I was talking about, do black people and Latin people hate each other? It's like an innate hate. Do you wish that more black and Latin people would die? That's a question. Hit that like button if y'all can, please. If you don't want to hit the cash app, please hit the like button. I appreciate it, man. It helps my channel grow. What's up, K-Co? What's going on? That's right, y'all. Cash app, Stringer Bell 80. I got to ask that question. Do some people hope that's what's going to happen? I was not familiar with this term, self-hate. But now I know where it derives from, and I see where it derives from. It derives from an action that a lot of people are seeing, where a lot of people are willing to sacrifice their dignity on perhaps of introducing another culture into their life, or thinking that that's what's going to happen, or two, trying to introduce themselves as a narcissist to the public by saying I'm better than everybody, which is a very big mistake, because once you do that, you have to prove that, and that's one of the unfortunate problems when people do stuff like that. There are so many young people I see when I do go to New York City that are not on the train, holding a mask with them, or having their face covered, walking through the hood when I see them without a mask on or whatever. And I mean, it's one thing, if you around, ain't nobody around you, I get that. But it's another thing when you're in a crowd full of people and you just think, oh, it's whatever. social gatherings, parties at houses. I understand everybody's bored, but you better take it serious, man, because there's people dying of it. I've known 2 people now that died of COVID-19. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to be going to a funeral tomorrow, my friend Stephanie. And I don't know, man. I never got the final verdict on that, even though I have my inclinations. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people they refuse to wear a mask. I've seen it so many times where I swear to God, I'm almost scared to come down now because I'm like, for one, I'm tight on money right now. You know what I'm saying? That shit that happened with that GoFundMe stuff messed my pockets up. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna get that figured out sooner or later. And again, y'all can't, I know it's the first of the month, so a lot of people got their pockets all swole. Instead of hitting up the airman and all them, hit up the brother. $STRINGERBELL80 on some real. I gotta go to a funeral tomorrow. I'm trying to make it, you know what I'm saying? It's not cheap to get up out of here. So if y'all can contribute, I really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. You know what I'm saying? I don't get on here and really pitch that like that. Like, before people act like they were offended when I pitch, the GoFundMe and all that stuff, whatever, whatever. And I'm like, why? Why would you be like that, And I even put up a post today, so I fell back from it. I put up a post today, like, when your page monetized. I'm like, yo, so what you trying? No, it's not monetized. They wouldn't accept me AdSense. You know what I mean? They're very particular about who they pick up. They want a lot of people to be polished and have like a PG, 12 rated type of scale, and that's just not me. I don't know how to coattail things like that. I do what I do, and I do it raw. So I'm sorry, but AdSense won't take me. Now, the unfortunate thing about it is I'm headed towards 1,000,000 views. 1,000,000 views. That's why I put it up, that picture up, that screenshot up in the community section to show how many views I had. And the views don't even tally up to every 3 or 4 days. So that means it's probably more than that now. And I appreciate all y'all for helping me do that. But, like, those views ain't equating out to money for me because my channel is not monetized. So the way I monetize my channel is $STRINGERBELL80. That's Stringerbell80 at Cash App. Or PayPal link is also in the description box right now. Y'all can find. You know what I mean? So, I just don't understand it, man. Somebody putting their life at risk over COVID-19 for nothing. Other thing and the last thing I'm gonna move on here, I just wanted to talk a little bit about Jaguar Wright and how Jaguar Wright's issues are almost the same as my issues, ironically enough. Jaguar Wright right now has an issue of people messing with her Cash App, which she proved. I got an issue with people, which I proved. It all goes back to one thing I said before. People prefer salaciousness over the truth and honesty. And with Jaguar Wright, I don't know how much Jaguar Wright is saying is accurate, and I don't want to sit here and guess it, nor am I going to tear her down. You know what I'm saying? Because if without Jaguar Wright, I wouldn't have the voice to speak myself. That's why I will always continue to support Jaguar Wright. A lot of people have went out of their way to try to tear down Jaguar Wright, create doubt around Jaguar Wright's name, and a whole bunch of other things, and I really don't like it. One of the most infamous would be Tasha K, you know what I'm saying, a.k.a. Cruella number 2. You know what I'm saying, Cruella DeVille. Cruella, let go of the puppies, Cruella. That type. There have been so many bashing sessions of this woman, but at the same time, everybody uses her to get their views, get right, or whatever, and it makes me sick because when they talk about it to doubt her. They talk about her to demonize her. Now to name one of my videos, if I ever wanted to demonize Jaguar Wright, have I ever spoken down on Jaguar Wright? Have I ever said anything ill of Jaguar Wright? But if I go to many people's pages, I can see them casting a doubt on her because they think that is more popular than actually siding with her or actually sitting down with her and seeing what she has to say. One thing that I find reluctant is a lot of the people that Jaguar's sitting down having interviews with are a bunch of goofies. You know what I'm saying? Tasha K, she a goofy. You understand what I'm saying? Um, Stormmonroe, I liked your interview. But a couple other like this goofies, you know what I'm saying? And Jaguar, this is the exact reason why I didn't do any interviews at all. Even when I was offered 2,000, 3,000, whatever amount of dollars. No, I'm good. I don't need you to make what's the name to make your channel pop. You understand what I'm saying? Like I saw a huge deduction of my channel because ever since I started talking in the hue of Jaguar, ever since I started talking about Jaguar, I've had people come to my page repeatedly and flag my page. I've seen the last things in the report, all that stuff. So you know what I mean? Like I don't see their face, but just putting together their face and their name, I mean you can just I mean you can just kind of one can imagine. Let's say that one can imagine. As a result, that has affected the viewership of my channel, how I'm searched down the channel, how I'm found. Now, the one thing that I see growing is the views on the older first videos, which include all the salaciousness, which include all the, all the hoopla and everything like that. Those videos are still getting hits. So right now, I think we're talking about the behavior and the culture and it needs to start. See, we making money, or we trying to make money now over make fun of each other. So in any other world, that'd be called being a black slaver, wouldn't it? So you might be a black slave. I'm gonna actually update this title, but I want to just talk about that real quick. You might be a black slave and don't know it. I'm dead serious. Whether it comes down to what I was talking about earlier with Casanova, whether it comes down to what I was talking about with COVID-19, and a lot of other things, you might be a black slave. See, black slave got himself free. Once you got free, you started putting all the rest of the crop. And the formerly oppressed now became the oppressor. You heard me right. The formerly oppressed became the oppressor. That's the black slavery mentality. So, and I know it because I've seen it in practice. I've been around it. I've despised it and distant. You know what I mean? And I've understood it in other cases. As insidious as that sounds to you, maybe you're not. I'll tell you this damn much. There is something wrong deeply with the multimillionaires that we have in the culture. The things that some of these people have done, the things that some of these people are willing to do, the sacrifices they made, not literally, but sacrifices as far as popularity, as far as a person with gold. The deals that have been cut with people that have ended up wrong, people getting shelved, careers that should have been top notch, never even taken off because of disputes, because this person didn't like this person. Arguments that turned out to be lost careers and opportunities for people, jealousness that ended up being blocking bricks for certain people, common this gossiping that turned into stories, that turned into situations in boardrooms, at concerts, and invites, and freaking in-stores back in the day, and currently. A lot of people know what I'm talking about. There are a lot of contributing factors, and from what I see, a lot of people in the industry that wouldn't want stories like Jaguar Wright, or wouldn't want stories like myself, or just want stories from a lot of people getting out, because it doesn't serve the narrative. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know how many of y'all are new here, how many of y'all old here. I had some gentleman take 120 links to a video and keep posting it on my page. Kept doing it, and telling everybody, don't donate to this, man. This is, it's a mentality of people. And I hate to criticize that, because he'll do that to me, somebody that look like him, but he won't go do that to a far right winger. He won't go do that to a neo-Nazi. He won't go do that to a KKK member. That's why I said these guys are always scared, Most of them are cowards. I don't know if y'all knew that or not. Most of them are cowards. They're scared, I see right through them. Well, I'll say this. I've done video after video telling you guys you got to watch who you support. I've done video after video telling you guys what to watch for in the industry, and some of y'all, instead of taking the information and running with it, you question it even more because you think somehow or another you watching the TV or you watching YouTube has got you an in plug into the industry. Well, it doesn't. And I can try to tell you, even though I left it 5 years ago, I was back in it as of last year. You know what I'm saying? And I can tell you with that, nothing has changed. The people that I heard speaking in front of me, whether it was DJ Envy, whether it was Tuma Basa, whether it was Jeff Tweedy, whether it was Dia Sims of Revolt TV, whether it was many other people, the other gentleman from Fox TV, any of these gentlemen that I was listening to that were talking, that we interviewed, none of these gentlemen had anything to say but the same conclusive thing. We have to start having a unit of supporting members, meaning people that are philanthropic within the culture. And they have to, and in my opinion, start supporting the right things. One of the problems that we're having, the hobbling in the culture of supporting all the wrong things, and supporting anything that's ratchet, and supporting anything that's crazy, and supporting anything that's trash, and then running with it and trying to sell it to the people, and the people are consuming it up. Where now ghetto has now become a fashion. You understand what I'm saying? It's that what was once right. Let me say it to you this way, guys, and I'll shut up after this. If you believe in all this Illuminati talk and all this stuff, and the Baphomet and all this, the sacrifices and all this stuff, right? One of the things that you missed, the biggest thing out of war, was this passages in the Bible. The biggest trick the devil ever played on the world was making the world think he didn't exist. And that's what you see in the hip hop industry. Everything that you hated, everything that you despise, you have now started to embrace, have become, and actually are, and don't even realize it. And that's a sad thing. And most of you do it from a consumer aspect. You don't even do it from a participating aspect. You do it from a consumer aspect, which makes them even more dangerous. Because from a consumer aspect, what happens is you are now almost in a daze as to what you're doing. Moving from a participatory aspect, you know what you're doing. You're doing it on purpose. So the same thing that you speak against, you have now become. You're now consuming it. You're now loving it. You're now embracing it. A lot of them don't even know they're even promoting it. You understand what I'm saying? You're promoting it. I even catch myself doing it sometimes. It happens. That's how deep it goes in the music business psychologically. Everything that we got to sold to you guys is psychological. It has nothing to do with anything else other than that. Anybody says anything other than that, they're telling you a complete lie. You understand what I'm saying here? So one of the things I would tell you guys is this. Start watching what you're into. Start taking COVID-19 seriously. It's killing people. It actually is. And the biggest thing, watch what the hell you support monetarily or otherwise. And I would leave it at that. Because if you don't, somehow or another, what could happen to you is this. You could end up in the hospital for a very long time. And that very long time that you sit in the hospital, you will suffer. We've seen people happen to them in the Bronx. We saw several people suffer in the Bronx, being brought in those stretchers and everything else during our whole lockdown session there. And it was terrible. It really was. I hated seeing that and seeing so many people of color affected of it in the Bronx, and it's still happening in the Bronx. It's still happening in Harlem. It's still happening in Jersey. It's still happening here in Connecticut. In fact, Connecticut has the highest rates of cases increasing right now in the whole entire tri-state. Please believe that. And the death toll is peaking at the highest too. So, to be quite honest with you, the governors and the mayors, are all three of them, are fucking dodos. You know what I mean? Truth be told. We got one guy that was an ex-businessman, kind of similar to Trump, which is Ned Lamont, as the governor of this state now. Self-made man, I never knocked that. That's my entrepreneurial spirit too. Being a participator and being formerly the man that ran his own business for a couple of years. But besides that, I mean, it's just more so the guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't take the threat seriously, not only from the CDC, but from many other outlets. Mayor de Blasio was pretty much the same. Took Cuomo, put him under pressure. and told him we need to lock down the city, which they're now talking about locking down the city again. Okay. Then we had Governor Murray down. We got Murray down there in Jersey, and ask anybody about Jersey that lives in Jersey, they're gonna tell you he had a lot of problems before that. You got contaminated water down there that was filtering into the schools and the hospitals. Yes, water with lead in it, to be more specific. High levels of lead, toxic levels of lead, and that water down there because it's been polluted for years. So, Jersey already had their problems. Now you throw in COVID-19 in there. They actually did a lockdown with Ross Baraka, which is the mayor of Newark, New Jersey, down there just a few minutes ago. So we got a lot of states talking about they're going back into lockdown. We have no stimulus out yet. There's been a lot of announcements, a lot of whispers. At this point, we're not going to know anything really of the direction we're going into until Monday or Tuesday of this coming up week. So I would hope that something is put out there, whether it's the aims of a emergency bill or something like that. But I just want to tell you, Black and Latino people, stop joking with this COVID thing. It's real. And if you see some of your people in need versus giving a star $100, like I see so many times, I see people giving, every podcast I could think of that's literally a star and already a millionaire donations. And it just breaks my heart because I said, damn, they'll do anything for the clout, huh? Anything for the clout, I gotta start helping the real ones, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Yo, man, the Cash App is $STRINGERBELL80, man. Those who hit it out, make sure it's taking out your name. Other than that, man, take COVID-19 seriously. Go get yourself checked. Go get your, stand in that line if you got to, whatever you got to do. And I would more or less hope anything and everything that we get something passed by December 11th. So this is what I don't like right here. Notley Green said, man, if people offering you bread to do an interview, do it, bro. Stack your bread. God bless. See, I'm sorry, my friend. Let me break something down to you real quick. You must have came in late, so I'm going to explain to you again. See, Jaguar Wright, the mistake she made was doing interviews. And same subject, and the reason why it led y'all to me is because of her. And I said from the beginning, jump off, not doing interviews. See, you not understanding the difference. That was then. People was tempting me to do interviews or whatever. I met Stormmonroe because of the same situation. I met other bloggers because of the same situation because they were offering me bread. The snapshot I took of Stormmonroe, you know what I mean, actually turned into some controversy. I think that video got something like 70,000 views or something like that. Y'all have to go down below. Y'all can check it out. But I decided right there at that moment I wasn't doing interviews. And the reason I wasn't doing interviews because I know my story could get twisted any old kind of way. So I had a chance at one time when the story was fresh and it was first hot, get $2,000. Then there was another time, someone offered me a little bit more than that, close to $3,000. And I said no. And I said no because I know the ramifications that come along with that, i.e. Tasha K and Jaguar Wright situation. You see what I'm saying? It got bit to turn into controversy. Because of that Tasha K interview, in my opinion, she kind of put a hinder on Jaguar Wright in reality. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I didn't do the interviews. My story is my own story to tell. I have a book coming out, which I mentioned several times now. And some other product, including my clothing line, Gustavo, which I'm trying to launch right now. I've been doing that all this freaking week. I swear my hand before God is just freaking dropping that pallets together and stuff like that or whatever. So this print-on-demand business will be ready for you guys to order and place your orders for Christmas and get them out to you quickly, if not a little bit shortly after Christmas. Yeah, so Nolly Green, I hope that answers your question. The second thing, Nolly Green, is, I always find it this way. The people that refuse to help are usually the people that will point you to someone else, including, well, why didn't you ask the white man to help you? And this is the mentality at one time that would kept motherfuckers on a plantation for years. You see, in the movie Django Unchained, it's very funny because this is one part in the movie. He says, oh, Bob saved my daddy for 50 years, and not one time did he think to slice my daddy's neck. That part in Django Unchained, he said not one time did he think to slice my daddy's neck in 50 years sitting on that porch. He said, had it been me, I would have sliced my daddy's neck 50 years ago. You see, the people that think like that, he sees that there's no salaciousness to grab upon my name, but that's how he feel. But really, he just a new listener, because if you knew anybody, he knew it would be. But that's okay. I just like to say Nodley, what's her name, Nodley Green, brother. And next time, instead of saying something to run to, this is a lot of black people will tell you too. Y'all ever heard of this? You in a bond and you in a gym or something like that. Well, run on down there to the office and tell them to give you some welfare. Or run all over here and tell them that they give you the same solutions that you got young people that of color give you the same solutions that old people of color would have gave you 20, 30 years ago. This shit don't make no sense. Like, that's your solution. You fighting against oppression, but at the same time, you telling everybody go to the white man. You ain't making no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? How come you ain't helping? Or everybody ain't got it like that, but you got enough money to go see the Arab man at the corner store. You got enough money to go see the liquor store man. You got enough money to jump in the Uber. You got enough money to order Grubhub. You got to think about what we're talking about here. You understand what I'm saying? You see clear what I'm talking about. There's a lot of people of color, including myself, that's out here that need help. And the culture just ain't there. They rather help every other culture. Send their kids to college. You know what I'm saying? It just keep going on. I can't make this up. So I'm not here to bash nobody, but this Nodley Green, I hate when people come on the channel. I put up a post today and everybody was asking me, how come your page ain't monetized? How come you ain't asked the white man over there at Google to help you out? No. I'm just like, how come you ain't helping out? Because you see there's a cash app attached to it. If you ain't got it, that's cool. But don't sit there and pretend and try to bash me just because you ain't got it. Come on, man. Just don't mention it. You know what I'm saying? That's like if you got an okay looking girlfriend, right? It's all right, just don't brag about it, as Corey Bolton would say. It's all right, just don't brag on her. You know what I'm saying? And Corey, speaking of Corey Holcomb, 5150, listen here, man. I don't know what's going on with you, Grady. I don't know what made you do what you do or say what you said about Corey and Corey kid and stuff, but, man, you foul for that, bro. And I just got to say, Grady was a guest on the show, on the Corey 5150 show, Corey Holcomb 5150 show that comes on every Tuesday, 11 p.m. here on the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? You catch him out in the West at 9. Every Tuesday night, him, Darlene, OG Ortiz, that's Ice-T's former girlfriend and baby mom. Also, Zoe Williams. And now they arguing, man, and it's it's turmoil in 5150 Nation right now. That's how I feel. It's turmoil. It shouldn't be this way right now. 5150 is one of the last outlets, I believe, on YouTube is actually pushes the difference, talks about real topics, get some things out the way in the old-fashioned way if we want to talk about that. So, I share the links all the time. You can find them in the community section more often than less. And check that out, man. But Grady went on the show, and Grady was a pop-up guest. But Grady went on the show. He's from the Chicago area, and made some comments about Corey and the 5150 show. He ain't really talk about that fight he was getting ready to have with Nate, though. You know what I'm saying? Which was kind of confusing to me too. And I don't know, man. I just say Corey handled it and addressed it the way it should be addressed based on the circumstances he said it. He said, yo, that's still my man, though. That's still my man, though. We're going to sit down. We're going to talk about it. But that's still my man, though, and that's cool. And Grady, don't nobody care that you really ain't from Chicago, whatever, Papa. After you've been there for a minute, it don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? So don't threat that. You ain't got, you know what I mean? You ain't got a lot to kick it. You ain't got a lot to kick it. I'm just hoping that Grady and I'm just hoping that Corey get that together. You know, I had a treatment I wrote for Corey and Grady and all them about them being. I can't even put it out there because somebody stole my idea, but that's my man's in them, and I hate to see that happen. So hopefully Corey Holcomb, Grady get that together. I heard Soldier Boy doing better. Thank God for that. You know what I'm saying? I heard he getting back in the high hat. He talking about doing therapy and all that. So shout out to Soldier Boy. I want to give Soldier Boy a shout. You know what I mean? And that's really all I've seen this week worth talking about, except for the end of everyday struggle. Thank God. Thank God. That was one of the most boring, just drab shows ever. And I like Nadeska, but Nadeska, you need to be doing something that's adventurous, like traveling around the world, interviewing international artists and stuff like that. Like that would be perfect for you. Like Nadeska, go to Europe for like a year after everything clears in another year. Go to Europe for like a year, start interviewing international artists on the international platform, start doing some festival. That's what you do, man. You know what I'm saying? So I hope, I don't know if you spoke on it. Y'all watched the latest video on Storm Channel. No, I didn't. Tell me all about it, 305 Capricorn. What's going on? 305 Capricorn, if you still there, tell me what's going on Stormmonroe's channel, man. I need to be talking about. Get me up to speed, bro. Get me up to speed. We're going to talk about it. You know what I mean? I haven't been back over in Storm's channel in a long time. He turned against Jaguar Wright. Oh, so he did it too. See what I'm saying? Now, wasn't I just talking about this just a minute ago? I said he going to... I can't make this stuff up. So that's why I'm trying to tell y'all. No, I hadn't seen that video. And that is, he went off on her. He went off on, what did he say? What did he say? This is the stuff I'm talking about. And that's why I said, yo, the jury's out because I haven't watched nothing from him in a minute. Oh, man, he went off on her too. Why? So you see what I'm saying? They know better. They know better. They the same way that a racist white media outlet would do you is the same way a black YouTuber would do you nowadays. They learn it from them. The salacious ones, not the good white media outlets. The salacious ones. What that motherfucker say, man? I want to know what he said. I got to go check it out, 305 Capricorn. I'm going to update it tomorrow and give my opinion on it, if not tonight or tomorrow morning. It's going down like that, huh? Divalicious says she's seen it too. Yo, listen, y'all get something that's about that shot. Y'all want to hear me talk about? Put it in my comment section. I'll give you my opinion on it, but I can't make this stuff up. Y'all rewind this. Y'all gonna hear me talk about this right here in this podcast. And I said, yo, I don't know, the series still out on Storm. I don't know. And I spoke about just a minute ago how everybody's going off on her and switching the canon on her, trying to, like, I don't know, make their cell pop and you look corny. You know what I mean? You look wild, corny. People stealing donations and stuff like that, like this crazy shit. I had somebody make up a GoFundMe for me and raise $1,400 and something, more than my actual GoFundMe, right? Because of that, I can't get my money because there has to be an investigation process to take away. And then on top of that, the people that donated the $1,400 to that account, they all get that money back. Isn't that crazy? Like, it's just crazy. This how the turmoil and the links that people of color will go to tear down other people of color, but then turn around and call all the suppression shit right after. No, it's y'all. It's y'all. Jag went and spoke to a blogger that Storm didn't get along with and talked about him. He said it was all lies. Tasha K released a video of her and Jaguar on the phone as well. This year, I'm going to check that out. Yo, y'all do me a favor and put those videos in the comment section so I ain't got to spend an hour and a half looking for them. So if you could, Divalicious and 305, if y'all got the links to those videos, just copy and paste them. Leave them as a comment anywhere. I guarantee you I will find them. I need those to look at them so I can talk about this tomorrow. But I wasn't even aware of these videos. And for me to bring that up, people turning on her, that goes to show y'all once again the power of the slave. These are slaves doing this. The slaves is keeping these people going on, gossiping and acting like ignoramuses or whatever. All this to bash a woman. A woman that's actually been in the business, where Stormmonroe or Tasha K ain't never been in the business. They've never been, like literally they've never been in the business. Ask Tasha, what was Tasha K working at before she started vlogging? Can anybody answer me that? I guarantee you it wasn't in the music business, because she wasn't at none of the events we was at. She wasn't at Memorial Day weekend. She wasn't at All-Star weekend. She wasn't at Super Bowl. I ain't never see Tasha K in none of that. Nor did I see Stormmonroe, nor did I see any of these other bloggers that be on here talking so much about the hip-hop business and everything that happened in the hip-hop business and how they are authoritarians. How? Sway, you wasn't never involved with us. You ain't never hang with us. You can't sit with us. So I don't understand when you got somebody like Tasha K making an example and trying to talk about Jaguar Wright. I don't understand when somebody like Stormmonroe that comes from Tasha K to trifling bitches. Two trifling bitches. You know what I mean? Evidently. You understand what I'm saying? Because how you gonna go off on her when she's already anticipating that you're gonna do something? I said it to myself. I said, sooner or later somebody gonna go off on either Storm or Tasha because of what they said. Now I don't know what's what, I don't know how's how, and I don't know what was said because I have not watched these interviews yet, or these rebuttals rather in Storm's case, and I'm assuming whatever it is in the other one's case. But I will say this shit right here. Something smell fishy. Hey, Storm. Hey, girl. Ew. Hey, Stormmonroe. Hey, girl. Something smell fishy out this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Mike Pro, what's going on? 305 Capricorn, what's going on? Stone was pissed off last night. Then Jag called Tasha K. Yo, y'all send me the links to the video. I need to watch this. I guarantee I'm going to watch it. I'm going to get my rebuttal first thing on the AM on this. That's crazy. So it's turn on Jaguar, turn on me. Yo, I know the stuff that Jaguar's going through. I got to be going through. I watch her personal page and I see things on there people put on there. She's a scam artist. We this, we that, we this, we that. That's why I said people don't sit around acting like COVID-19 is not going on and affecting people's life. First of all, performers don't even have a place to perform right now. That's Jaguar's biggest problem. She has nowhere to perform right now. And if she does have some possible way to perform, it's limited. So she on a budget with it. He said JR tried to set him up with 50-year-old men, and he claimed he not gay. Oh, get out of here, man. Get out of here. All right, I'm going to read y'all what's the name just said. 305 Capricorn said, he said Jaguar tried to set him up with a 50-year-old man, and he claimed he is not gay or bi. You better stop, girl. Hey, Storm. Hey, girl. Stormmonroe, what you say, girl? Storm, stop it, girl. Listen, Storm. That's how you talk. So I don't know. Like, I don't know what's up with him. I'll say this much. The first time I heard him talk, it kind of put me off. You understand what I'm saying? Because I was asking myself the same question. I didn't know if he was gay or not or whatever. It don't matter to me because I got friends that's gay. I know people who I grew up around that's gay. Ain't no problem with that. It's just the problem of, it's kind of funny to me to see a man in a woman's role talking like that. I think it's like certain people meant for that. Like RuPaul, she meant for that, or he meant for that. You know what I'm saying? But certain people ain't meant for that. And I don't think Stormmonroe meant for that. You know what I mean? Like, you having a cat fight with Jaguar Wright, man, don't look serious. Like, you take all validity out of yourself when you do that. You know what I'm saying? Dabby, you don't sound right. I know. I can't do that shit. It's funny to me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Stormmonroe. Hey, girl. As they say on Star in the morning. What up, Star? You know what I mean? Hey, Stormmonroe. Hey, girl. Oh. That's what we're going to do. We're going to twist her. Oh, no. You and Jaguar going at it, girl. It's a cat fight. Oh no, Storm. Is it a cat fight, honey? Storm in a cat fight, girl. Storm. Storm, you get your mascara right, girl. I'm just playing. Stormmonroe, I don't know. Stormmonroe, you getting in a cat fight with Jaguar Wright, huh? She tried to set you up with some honey and no money. That's what it sounds like. Hey, Diva, did you watch the interview? He claims Jaguar was speaking bad about him. I can't find that video, and everyone in the comments said Jaguar didn't say anything bad about him. Yeah, it's salaciousness. He doing the same thing, man. You know, like he made a video rebuttal about me, and then he figured after I watched the video, he turned around and deleted or put the video on pause. Anybody remember that, they know what I'm talking about. That's what he did with me. And I made the mistake of not grabbing that shit before I took it down. You know what I'm saying? But people, even in the comment section of my video that I put as a rebuttal to his video, it's in there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you can go see it for yourself. It's right down below, whatever. But Storm, you need to stop it, honey, with this cat fight, honey. Stormmonroe arguing with Jaguar Wright. That's why I try to tell y'all, man. It is a direct effort of these hating ass men. It's just, I don't know what it is. These men and these women that are vloggers, they have taken so much into consideration when it comes to screwing people over, and people just keep messing with them. There's no reason for Stormmonroe to make a video about Jaguar Wright in any capacity whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention that you look moist as hell. Listen, if they don't think you whatever, now they definitely gonna think so. By now they definitely gonna think so now. Cause you look moist as cookie dough, sitting up there arguing with Jaguar Wright about her trying to hook you up with a 50-year-old man. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead. Stop it, girl. Stop it. Jaguar did you wrong, honey. Oh, no, Storm. Oh, no. As they say on the Star of the Morning Show. That is funny. Stormmonroe. Storm, listen, man. I'm going to tell you like this. This route you trying to go down to Tasha TJ. What you supposed to be replacing Tasha K now? Is that what it is? You supposed to be replacing Tasha K? He upset because everyone said he got 100,000 followers because of his interview with Jaguar. He didn't want to give her no credit. He probably did, because I don't remember him having that many viewers either. And I don't know why she went on there and did an interview with him. I mean, so many people tell me I should call Jaguar and ask Jaguar to do an interview. And I think I might exactly do that. Not for the views, but I just think we need to bounce off each other's ideas and stuff like that. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people. I'm going to put up something from me and Tabitha Duncan, who's a real good friend of mine from the group Cut Close, formerly signed to Keith Sweat. Y'all all know who Keith Sweat is. And she's a personal friend of mine, real good friend of mine, real down-to-earth girl. We've been friends for years now, you know what I'm saying, amongst a lot of other star friends of mine that I know that, you know, it's just at home right now, you know what I'm saying? We all fucked up in the entertainment industry right now. It's nothing for us to do, you know. Like, I don't know how to flip hamburgers. I don't know how to make, you know, whatever. I know how to sell records and market artists and shit like that, and that's what I do. You know what I mean? That's what we do in New York, you know, and New York is no more right now. As for the current. So, unfortunately, you know, we have to get into other endeavors and other measures. I found my outlet online, you know, but I'm not in, other people haven't found the outlet online, and they're not touring, they're not making merchandise sales and anything else, you know. So, to have somebody like Stormmonroe, like I said, once again, or any other vlogger such as him, coming on giving their deep opinion about anything that has to do with music business or the way the music business flows right now, currently, or past tense, you sound like a complete fraud. And not to mention, y'all donating to this motherfucker. Like, it's just crazy. He don't want to give her credit. No, that's not it, David. Jag talked about him negative to some bloggers that he don't get along with. Diva, where's the video of the vlogger she spoke to? The videos of speaking negative about him, where's that video? He didn't have a problem with her talking about them, but she was talking negative about him. You know, like if I was Jaguar, I'd be paranoid, schizophrenic of any vlogger right now. You know, myself, I was payroll for myself. That's why I never once again. I turned down $2,000 and $3,000. I could have had what I needed and been bouncing, been in Miami right now. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't take the money. In fact, Stormmonroe, the same person we're talking about right now, he offered me money. I took a snapshot of it. I put it up. And then since forth, I put the video on private, but my rebuttal video is still on there, and that's public. So you'll hear the details inside there. Not only that, if you just look at the comment section, you'll hear what the people in the comment section say. It's still up. So it's not going anywhere. So it's not no chuck. You know what I mean? And my cash app is $STRINGERBELL80. Because he could have made a phone call and handled that. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to do tit for tat. Oh, yes, you did, girl. Stormmonroe, huh? I knew it was something up with that name. That name sound like a pink negligee come free with that shit. You know what I mean? Stormmonroe. Hey, girl. Stormmonroe and Tasha K. Tasha K looked like Troll K without that makeup and that weave in, boy. Oh, my God. She look like a little tarantula monkey or somewhere. I don't want to call her a monkey. She look like a little, I don't know, this something. That didn't look attractive. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it at all. She looked like a dude in a way, a little bit without all that makeup and everything else. She looked like a fella. You know what I'm saying? Little fella, you'd be like, hey, what up? Hey, what's going on, Lord? You know what I'm saying? She looked like that one. You know what I mean? You just walk up to him and, hey, what's going on, little homie? You know what I mean? She looked like that. I don't know. He didn't have a problem with her talking. Man, motherfuck Stormmonroe. Who the hell is he anyway? Like, I'm not going to sit up here and disrespect this thing. And you ain't got enough work put in for me to respect you like that. And I ain't talking about on no YouTube shit. YouTube, this is easy. We all can pick up this camera, talk, and if we got something significant to talk about, or got some experience of what we talk about, we all find something to say. Stormmonroe, you don't have any business. You've never been in the realm of working in the music industry. Neither has Tasha K. So the only thing y'all really do is doing the same thing that I come on and kind of do, but at least I offer a little bit of more dexterity to it because I have an inside opinion on it, because I've previously been in the business. Just like I saw the direction it would go now, and I said the number one ploy right now is to take down Jaguar Wright. Once you take down Jaguar Wright's validity, what happens after that is the people or the person that was responsible for doing that has now, in their minds, projectively, now become the superstar, if y'all understand what I'm saying here. So basically, the person who takes her down is actually going to be named the superstar in their minds. But that's not really what's going to happen. You understand what I'm saying? What's really going to happen is when more and more people start seeing that she's telling the truth, them people are going to become less and less and less, as you like to say, that rainbow word, relevant. Hey, girl. Hey, Storm. Are you relevant, honey? I didn't see any video of Jag talking about Storm. I have to look at the bloggers you don't get along with. I seen when Tasha was asking her why she said those things bloggers said about Storm. Man, forget Tasha. That's what I'm saying. Listen, Jaguar, I'm going to hit her. I'm going to tell her, yo, why are you worried about these two raggedy motherfuckers? They need you. You don't need them. Tasha K, you better be lucky if you got two pieces of thread and a piece of carpet and two nickels rubbed together after Cardi B get done with you. You understand what I'm saying? Let me tell you this one thing as a fellow patriot of the Bronx. We don't forget shit. We might let it go for a minute. I don't forget nothing. I'm coming back. When I come back, I'm coming back hard. And if I got to take you out of 5 motherfuckers out, look like you in the process is how we get down. This Bronx rules. You understand what I'm saying? So I can understand why her want to just belittle you, not only belittle you, but just get you out the way. Take everything that she got. You know understand what I'm saying? Leave her with 2 nickels and a piece of carpet to rub together so she could start a fire and end it all right then and do the good Lord's work. Forget Tasha K and anybody that's like her. Yeah, please post that video in the comment section, please. Just like she said, I want to see that video. I don't believe it. I think both of them, like I said, they riding this tote. Her and Storm probably still rocking together. They made it look like they did a public breakup, so everybody will pick Team Storm or Team Tasha. But at the end of the day, it's still the same team. I see that game. That's probably something she came up with. And Storm was sitting back there like, you know what, honey? You right, honey. Because ain't no way no grown-ass man just talk like that naturally or whatever, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And don't every now and then, you know what I'm saying? If not every then, you know what I'm saying? Well, you know, bananas and shakes and pineapples. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to say. Bananas and shakes and pineapples. You know what I mean? Y'all make sure y'all hit that stringer bell. $ STRINGERBELL 80. Links in the descriptions, man. Paper me up like y'all paper up Tasha K. You understand what I'm saying? I actually got something to do. Paper me up. She's spending y'all money right now on a lawyer. A motherfuckers asking me, how come Google ain't made you on AdSense? Talking like a slave. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes I be making one make fun of like, yo, what you want a picture bill of cotton, motherfucker? Like, which part don't you get? You understand what I'm saying? Tasha K and Stormmonroe ain't nothing but farm help. You understand what I'm saying? To help. That's all they are. And in the regular world, outside of the internet, that's what they look like. That's what the jeans look like. They look like they don't match up to much else than that. You understand what I'm saying? They don't match up to much else than that. They have made a professional hobby of rehashing already available news about intimately discussing situations that they have never ever been around in their whole entire life. You understand what I'm saying? And if you buy anything from these two people, it's like talking about bakery, but you ain't never been a baker in your goddamn life. You just repeating with a recipe online. I don't understand how y'all buy. I've got to question the audience. How do y'all buy this shit? Like, how do y'all buy someone that and pay them and give them cash apps and everything else, or someone that's never been in the business giving you information about stars in their personal life when they have never been part of the entourage, when they have never been on any type of escapade with them or anything else? They're taking it from people to get disgruntled and choose to tell the salacious stuff. So that's why I made the choice when I started talking about Puff and all my situation, whatever. I said from the beginning, I'm not talking no vloggers, I'm not talking to no YouTubers, none of that, because the pure simple fact, I know it'll get twisted. Here's case in fact with Stormmonroe, who I had interaction with upon the same thing with Jaguar Wright. You understand what I'm saying? They had him write do a whole video about me and then turn around, put it on private or hide it or whatever and try to act like, oh no, honey, you ain't as important as the rest of the bad boy, honey. Like nigga, who the fuck are you? Like, fuck you, you twinkle toe ass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean that to gay people either. Like I said, I got gay friends. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, like real homies. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way they are, whatever, and that's who they are. But I'm talking about him, that's a little bit different. That's some punk shit. He's a punk. You understand what I'm saying? And I'll tell you to your face, and if you got a problem with it, you understand what I'm saying? I'll let Betty talk for me. You understand what I'm saying? But, yo, for real, you a punk. You know what I'm saying? I kind of peeped you were a punk anyway. But this punk, and you can say I'm talking about you, you punk motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? And if you got something to say about it, come check me then. Like, on some real shit, like, I thought you was kind of sucker when you took that video down that you made about me or whatever and leave it up like a real man, like I left mine up, and you try to make yourself look a little popped in. So I knew something was going on then. Yeah, I'm on what's going on in that. I ain't know you was like, you know what I'm saying? I knew something was wrong with you there. But when you did this sucker shit, you start talking about Jaguar and trying to make yourself look like you a victim and shit like that. Let's get some views, man. You little punkish as shit, man. Take that video down. Get that shit up out your mouth and gain your motherfucking manhood back, Stormmonroe. And stop hanging up under motherfucking grimace-looking chicks. You know what I'm saying? Tasha K looked like a bad car accident before they made it back from the fire. You know what I'm saying? Tasha K looked like what Schmeagle looked like after everything was done and he got his precious. You understand what I'm saying? Tasha K looked like a big bad case of nothing. Like, how y'all taking her serious? What did she used to do before she started becoming a YouTuber? That's what I want to know. What she was for? Like, I'd like to get into like what these people be before they became YouTubers, because I'd be amazed. I'd be like, how is this person talking about the music business but ain't never been in the music business, but yet still is able enough to feel full and get people to donate to them when they know nothing about the music business? And then when the real people that know about the music business get on, they be like, oh, boo, boo, and talking about them. We the motherfuckers you should be listening to. What are you listening to Tasha K's? Hey, Stormmonroe girl. Hey, yo, Storm, listen. Rename the whole damn show the Hey Girl Show. Hey, girl. I'm telling you, you got a crowd waiting for you. Just don't know, man. The Hey Girl Show. Yo, you sound like one of my auntie's friends when they getting their hair done under the blow dry, nigga. Like, yo, for real, sweet and moist. You understand what I'm saying? 10 feet back, you sound like a chick I used to motherfucking go. I used to sit beside the prom. Damn it, I see your videos. You have IG. This copy and press the link and just put it in the comment anywhere on the page. I'm gonna see the comment as soon as you post it. As soon as you post it, I'm gonna see the link. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see it. Don't even threat. I'm gonna see it. I don't know, man, but I just can't understand how Stormmonroe, Tasha K, Cynthia G, how do they keep y'all entertained? You understand what I'm saying? Cynthia G, oh my gosh, she said, anybody that want to bring it, they can bring it. I was like, I can't watch you more than 20, 30 minutes. Her facial expressions and the way she look mad funny. I think it's like a tribe of them chicks that look like that across the United States that got kind of like that Cynthia G face. I think it's like a whole tribe of them broads across the street that was like maybe lost out of Africa or something like that. And like there's little sprinkles, because every city I ever been to, I seen a chick that looked like Cynthia G, real tall and crazy looking, and got them big bugged eyes, like I'm about to twitch right now. Eyes like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if y'all familiar with Cynthia G, but Cynthia G, listen. One night I was watching her, I said she come about 2 more closest. Like if she would have came about 2 more inches, she would have been like, ah, you know what I'm saying, right through the screen. Like her eyes are big as hell. Like, I don't know, she's just odd looking to me. I don't know, as a woman, as a man looking at a woman, she's just odd looking to me. That's all I'm saying. I couldn't hit that. I don't find nothing attractive about her. I think that the strand of weave that she's using or wig that she's using, she need to go to a consultation, have one of her homegirls look out for her to really care about her out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Something need to go down, because that hair look like it got a, listen, that shit look like beaver fur. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what beaver fur look like? It look like half beaver fur and half ox hair. You know what I'm saying? That shit look horrible. I don't know how she rocked that like that and thinks it looks attractive. Like, it don't look attractive. Like, who are you trying to, like, this is the funny thing. When I see women like that come on and they got that certain look to them and they are vulgar on YouTube, I'm like, oh, this one about gossip. This one about the BS. This one's about troublemaking or whatever. And this turns me off and I just don't want to watch the material. And that's what Tasha K did for me the first time when she was talking all loud. And girl, you know, I hate that octave in that voice. Girl, you know, anytime you hear that crap, you know it's about to be some silly front porch, summertime, shade tree mechanic. Now y'all saw how the video just ended like that? That means somebody just tried to flag. That's why the video ended like that. Anytime somebody flag my video, the video ends like that. I learned that from watching another YouTuber, so that's what it means. So my video paused like that, that means because somebody Yeah, she's way too loud. She's way too loud and obnoxious for no reason. Hey, girl! Y'all gotta move away from that crap. I'm trying to tell y'all. The more y'all consume that crap and stay away from the real, the more lost insanity y'all can be. And please like and share this video amongst your friends so they get this message about these sucker motherfuckers. You know, I didn't curse now, it's over. That's why I told y'all I can't get my page monetized. I'm in New York, I can't help cussing. You know what I mean? $STRINGERBELLA. I'm counting on y'all, man. Push me the same way y'all push her. Because this is crazy. Cynthia G, Tasha K, all these old fraud ass broads, and then had them run for the pat. Tasha K, Cynthia G got her shot with Boyce Watkins. That's how she got popping. You know what I'm saying? And later on, she turned on Boyce Watkins, started talking trash about Boyce Watkins. We all know that. And so did what's the other one? The Breaking Brown chick. She got to start with Boyce Watkins. A couple of these chicks that get their bounce off the platforms of these gentlemen, and then after that, they just take off. Never to be seen again and start doing the same format over and over and over and over. Yeah, they making money. And people keep coming back to them, coming back to them, coming back to them. Motherfuckers will make me get on here and beg them for donations, but they'll fuck with them. And I'm like, they ain't doing nothing but rehashing y'all the same old ass shit from before the day earlier. And they ain't even throwing no twist on it, adding no information, nada. They're not even giving their opinion as far as a factual opinion, as far as them being someone that's been around the circumstance of that or been around the circumference of that. They're just saying what they're saying to just be saying, if you can understand what I'm saying. And they feeding it to y'all donating off some shit that Hip Hop DX or somebody else reported earlier in the day. You wasn't there. You don't know what circumstances could have led up to that because you ain't never been in the environment where people do that. So why would you listen to a motherfucker that never been around it? It's no idea to me. People like to hear gossip, but I mean, how many times can the gossip be reiterated? And that's the question I got. How many times can the gossip be reiterated? Like, how many motherfuckers can tell the same story 8 different ways, but it be the same ending? You know what I'm saying? That's like watching the same goddamn movie over and over and over and over and over again, hoping for a different end, but you know the motherfucker gonna end the same. Like, so why are you wasting time? This is what I'm saying, people of color. Y'all gotta start thinking, man. Y'all gotta start wisening up. Y'all fucking with these suckers. Y'all making suckers generals. You understand what I'm saying? If we're in an ordinary world, these same suckers, like a Stormmonroe, Tasha K, and many of these other suckers, Umar Johnson. You understand what I'm saying? These same suckers y'all making lieutenants and generals, you understand, in the normal world would be nothing. Would be nothing. Pay attention to that. And the motherfuckers y'all holding up like me and many others, we the ones that's really supposed to be there. Y'all ain't doing the world of trouble trying to help us. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand that. But in the end, y'all keep messing with these suckers, and y'all gonna find the road they take y'all down. Because suckers only lead you to more what? Suckers. Yeah, I know. They just can't wait. The same ending. That's why I told y'all from the get-go. I said, I ain't going to be up on here. If anybody remember me saying it, I said, I ain't going to be up on here every day talking about Puff and Bad Boy and all that shit. I told niggas then, I said, listen, if that's what you're looking for, go somewhere else. Thank you, Annette Boss. So you heard her. She said she keeping up with me and Choke No Joke. Shout out to Choke No Joke, formerly of Rockefeller Records. Choke No Joke mentioned me in his podcast not once, not twice, not 3, but 4 times throughout the whole show. So shout out to Choke No Joke. I got the video as soon as he started talking about me. And he went in on Puff about me. Puff don't care though. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. That's why I'm coming to the people. He having more enjoyment seeing the reluctantness of the people not helping me than anything. You understand what I'm saying? So when people don't hit up my cash app, you just give that nigga a smile, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, Shout out to Choke No Joke, man. Choke No Joke donated to me too, man. So shout out to him. All right, guys, I'm gonna get up on out of here because I can talk about these suckers all night long. I just want to give a shout out to Stormmonroe. Hey, Storm. Hey, girl. Choo choo. Oh, sweet moist motherfucker. And Tasha K. Shout out to you, Gizmo. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to put videos in your chat. I'm not good with this. Only thing you got to do is do this. Just copy the link, paste it, hit the send, or how you would regularly paste the how you would regularly send after you did it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Schmeagle K. That's what we're gonna start calling her, Schmeagle K. Instead of Tasha K. Schmeagle from Lord of the Rings, Schmeagle K. She look like Schmeagle. Other than that, y'all donate capital. Excuse me. STRINGERBELL 80. That's Stringer Bell 80. We're gonna pick it up this week, man. I'm gonna be more with y'all this week. Back at it, man. I gotta put in some work. Honestly and truthfully, man, I'm trying to go to this funeral situation tomorrow. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm gonna advocate for it. I'm put it that way. But certain situations, because of this whole COVID thing, is not making people want me to leave, and I can understand why, and I gotta respect that, you know, and I gotta maintain mine. So we'll see what happens. But yo, I want to give y'all a shout. Just tell everybody, have a good night tonight. That's right. Thank you so much. And that falls to Stringer Bell 80, man. Make sure y'all donate to that $ STRINGERBELL 80. If y'all motherfuckers can pop up and pump up Schmeagle, just imagine what I could do. You understand what I'm saying? Schmeagle and Pinky Pants over there, Stormmonroe. We're gonna call him Pinky Pants. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Pinky Pants over there in the scene to get their drive up by having interviews with certain people and doing certain things or whatever. So I'm gonna reach out to Jaguar myself and see what I can get from her and see if she wanna come on and talk to a real one instead of talking to these suckers that's online. All right, y'all. I'm gonna talk to y'all in a few minutes. I will see y'all in a minute, and y'all have a good night, and we'll see y'all in the morning. Oh, Pinky Pants, Stormmonroe. And hey, Storm, hey, girl, why you take the video down, girl? Stop having cat fights. Yeah. I'll talk to y'all later. Good night, y'all.